Making the headlines on the news this morning, Anambra urged to support Governor Soludo's security initiative. The ministers of God charged to rise and defend their Christian faith. And on the foreign scene, federal government Israel to establish joint commission to enhance bilateral relations. And on the foreign scene, Ecuador presidential election runoff to hold in April. Before the news in details, security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something, report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember, the numbers to call are 5111 and 0800-2200-008. My name is Ajuluchukwu Okabwe. Many thanks for joining us this morning. Anambra State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure has emerged the overall best performing ministry among all government ministries in Anambra State within the first 1,000 days of Professor Chukwuma Soludo as Executive Governor of the state. The Anambra Works and Infrastructure Ministry clinched the position following the recent Port Harcourt-based mass communication firm Free News Magazine assessment of performances and efforts of all the ministries in the state towards the actualization of the governor's vision of making Anambra a livable and prosperous homeland where people can live, work, invest, relax, and enjoy. Presenting the Award of Excellence to the ministry, the leader of the team, Mr. Obinna Mbonu, rated the ministry highly in performance and commended the commissioner, Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwu Okoma, and the staff members for being good instrument through which Governor Soludo has achieved significant progress in the state infrastructural development. Responding, Works and Infrastructure Commissioner, Mr. Okoma, thanked the group for organizing the efforts of Governor Soludo and his led administration through the ministry, and promised that the Soludo government will continue to make Anambra proud. The Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofor, has blamed the problem of the present-day Christianity on apostasy and false prophets, working against the true word of God. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata has details for us.
In a sermon at the Cathedral Church of St. John, Ekwulobia, during a special service of collation and installation of Venerable Ifeanyi Mbemena and Henry Okonkwo as archdeacons, Right Reverend Ezofor charged ministers of God to rise and withstand the attack on the faith of the children of God.
Faith is the main thing about our salvation. Without faith, we have not been talking about salvation. So what does he say? He said, contend earnestly, fight earnestly for the faith.
I've been so excited and to the glory of God, I want to give all the honor for this opportunity. It's a privilege, something so I need to give.
Bishop Ezofor, during the ceremony, inaugurated the Diaspora Archdeaconry in Agwata Diocese. Highlights of the service, which was attended by the Anglican Bishop of Obaru Diocese, Right Reverend Prosper Ama, President of Agwata Diocesan Women's Ministry, Mrs. Chinyere Ezofor, diocesan officials, were administration of oaths on the two archdeacons, as well as reacceptance of Venerable Emmanuel A.K. Juba as an archdeacon in Agwata Diocese after taking a vow.
The executive of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ Anambra State Council, at its first Congress for the year 2025 held at the Godwin Ezimo International Press Center in Awka, took steps towards reconciling aggrieved members after its triennial state conference and elections. The Congress, which brought together journalists, media stakeholders, and government officials in the state in attendance, began with special prayers and a call by the chairman of the council, Dr. Odogwu Emeka Odogwu, on members to eschew bitterness and anger from the disagreement of the election which held last month, emphasizing that the council remains one big family. Correspondent Blessing Dennis now tells us more.
Congress also provided a platform for stakeholders to discuss key issues affecting the profession and the role of media in governance. Speaking at the event, the special advisor to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on Youth Empowerment Program, Dr. Nelson Omeno, has stressed the importance of media's role in ensuring good governance and urged journalists to entrench good governance by always engaging in balanced reportage.
To charge him to do more. He has done well in his first term to deserve second term. This second term calls for more action in terms of investing more in the welfare of members and also putting up more infrastructure.
Also speaking, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Paul University, Oka, Professor Chinyere Okonna, stressed the importance of press freedom and the media's responsibility in holding leaders accountable.
A note of dedication and commitment to make this union stronger and stronger.
Later in his remarks, Comrade Joseph Ebwacha, the new caretaker chairman of ABS Chapel of the Union, pledged to prioritize journalists' welfare and strengthen professional standards within Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, and beyond, while calling on government to take stronger measures to protect media professionals from harassment and threats.
It's a promise to do more for the betterment of the Anambra State Council of the NUJ, starting from ABS Chapel.
In Oka, Blessing Dennis, ABS News.
The traditional ruler of Aguleri in Anambra East local government area, Igwe Michael Idigo, has called on Anambra to support the vision and efforts of the state governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, in restoring adequate security in the state. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports that Igwe Idigo made the call while speaking to the ABS in Oka on the recent security achievement of the present administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo.
The traditional ruler of Aguleri in Anambra East local government area, Igwe Michael Idigo, has called on Anambra to support the vision and effort of the state governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, in restoring adequate security in the state. Igwe Idigo made the call while speaking to ABS in Oka on the recent security achievements of the present administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo. The Aguleri monarch, who described security as everybody's responsibility, said that the state's residents must learn to always give necessary security information to appropriate authorities, as the security agents can only operate based on the information at their disposal. He commended Governor Soludo for his government's various efforts in ensuring that law-abiding residents of the state can move freely for their lawful businesses without harassment from hoodlums.
Considered in making sure there is relative peace there. So I hope we'll continue from there, and then things will get better as we move on. I want them to support so that we'll achieve the desired results. His oath of office to secure lives and property, and I'm happy he's doing great now in achieving that.
The federal government and the state of Israel have considered the establishment of a joint commission that will drive and enhance bilateral relations between both countries. This was contained in a statement signed by Magnus Eze, the Special Assistant on Communication and New Media to the Minister of State, Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu, receiving the Israeli ambassador to Nigeria, Michael Freeman, at the Tafawa Balewa House in Abuja. Ojukwu emphasized that the people-to-people contacts make diplomacy effective, while also looking forward to expanding fronts and closer ties between both countries. The minister appreciated Freeman for proposing a high-level dialogue in Abuja between the two countries and assured the envoy that both countries would work assiduously to actualize it. She further said Nigeria contributed significantly to religious tourism in Israel, hence the need for Nigerians who have stayed in the country for 5 years without criminal records to be granted citizenship. And over to our foreign news. Ecuador presidential election will go to a second round after a closely contested first round results failed to produce an outright winner. The electoral authorities called it a technical tie after the incumbent center-right candidate Daniel Noboa and his main left-wing challenger Luisa Gonzalez received nearly identical percentages of the vote. The pair will now face a runoff in April. The result is far narrower than the opinion polls had predicted, indicating that the second round could be harder to call. The narrow result also dashed the hopes of Noboa's supporters who had been buoyed by an early exit poll suggesting he might clinch victory outrightly. And over to sports. Nigeria's table tennis sensation Matthew Kuti has been penned by the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation to make his debut at the 2025 African Cup, which will be played from February 25th to 27th in Tunisia. Kuti, who has demonstrated why he is one of the continent's rising stars, will join the star-studded cast for the tournament, which will also feature the likes of Kadri Aruna, Omar Asa, and Dina Meshrev. Since making his senior debut at the 2023 African Games in Accra, Ghana, Kuti has remained an integral member of the Nigerian men's national team. He featured in the 2024 and 2025 African Championships in Tunis and Addis Ababa, where he earned a silver medal with the team. Remember, you can follow news and programs of ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television. Follow us on our social media handles at ABS Radio Television on Facebook, ABS Radio TV on Instagram and X. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Before we go, a look at our main point again. Ndi Anambra have been urged to support Governor Soludo's security initiative. Ministers of God have been charged to rise, defend their Christian faith. Israel and federal government to establish joint commission to enhance bilateral relations. And on the foreign scene, we brought to you Ecuador presidential election runoff to hold in April. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. Ndi Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for a better security of lives and property. Remember, the emergency numbers are 5111 and 0800-2200-008. And that's the size of our package this morning. My name is Ajuluchukwu Okabwe. Many thanks for joining us. Have a blessed morning.